So there's a little bit of cover in fjords if you want to hide, but not that much.
Okay, we are loaded in, so the first ship is going to be Sachender, piloted by Finks. It's a galleon with Carronade, Watcha, Lumberjack, Heavy Flag, Hades, and Flare Gun. Next one is Duels of Fates, piloted... Oh, wait a second. Duel of Fates, not Duels of Fates. Piloted by Xedion. It's another galleon with Lumberjack, Heavy Flag, Carronade, Watcha, Hades, and a Flare Gun, which is the same thing as the first ship. Alright, go ahead.
Okay, and for the Riderhood, we have a Mobula piloted by Daniel. It has a top deck Hades, a left side Artemis, a right side light Carronade, a lower left light Carronade, and a lower right Artemis. And we have the Armageddon's Edge, piloted by Trivy. It is a Mobula with a top deck Mercury, a left side Artemis, a right side Artemis, a lower left Carronade, and a lower right Flamethrower. And we just have a little pause here. I'm assuming that we've had a disconnection somewhere.
Actually, no. Well, according to my score screen.
Maybe Daniel is making himself a cup of tea. Everyone's been making tea recently, I think that's the thing. So I want to have another look at these galleons, because I was busy memorizing the Mobula loadouts when you talked about them. They're both the same, right? So we've got the Sukenda here, which is a Hades, a Lumberjack, and a Heavy Flag. So that's pretty standard. That's your standard left side long range galleon. So this is a lot of firepower if they can get it all pointed at one ship, and they've got the flare guns to allow them to spot things.
Oh, we already have some engagement here. Sachender was, well, seen, not spotted. Still not spotted. Fancy, although, is spotted. And now long range firing begins. Fancy's taking a lot of hits there. Losing their armor, losing their balloon. Ew. Almost shot.
They just want to get as close as they can, don't they?
Yep, indeed, but a hit from a heavy flag cannon is devastating for them.
Yep, that's typically a short experience if you're in a Mobula and you get your armor down and then a heavy flag hits.
Indeed, Duel of Fates is now turning for their close-range weapons, successfully hitting Fancy with the heavy Watch Barrage. Meanwhile, Sachender and Armageddon's Edge. Sachender is having some problems with Armageddon's, well, mobility, I guess, with Flamethrower. Now they dealt some pretty serious damage to Armageddon's Edge.
Yeah, this is the point at which the Mobulas, I think, start to perhaps gain a slight upper hand, because the Artemises have an easier time hitting. Some of that disable power comes out. Duel of Fate starts to take some permahull damage from the Artemises. And the Mobulas is just easier to reposition versus the Galleons, in my experience.
Oh my, Duel of Fate is now 2 against 1. Two Mobulas pounding into the Duels of Fate. Oh, this is not looking good for him.
And a Mobula Ram on a Galleon, that's always exciting. We also have well, it's close range from the Fancy and a bump on their ally, probably knocking their Mercury out of arcs. They're not going to be thanked much for that by Trivy, who's probably trying to follow the Duel of Fates down and keep that piercing damage on the Galleon as much as possible. Fancy is taking a lot of fire from behind, and down they go. This now leaves Armageddon's Edge in a very tenuous position. They probably need to get the kill here. If they don't kill the Duel of Fates, then this is almost certainly a 2-1 scenario. Even if they do kill it, it's probably a 2-0 scenario. Heavy flak hit on the Armageddon's Edge. Ram possibly coming in here from it as well. Oh, that's, yeah. They tried to lay down as much damage as they could, but that's it.
I have to say, Duel of Fates managed to survive the impossible. Almost impossible.
I have a feeling there was a spanner party at the hole and everyone was invited.
Yeah. Well, 2 kills. First kill goes to the 2000 team, I think. Yep.
Yep, Kaktuskumpelz2000.
Yeah.
But Jewel of Fate took a fair old chunk of damage there. There's every possibility that if they target the same ship again as they close here, they can get an armor break and find themselves 2v1 versus the other galleon. The riders are not in a position here where it's easy to retreat because galleons are, well, not the most acceleration focused ship in GOI.
Oh yeah. Duels of Fates is going to be focused here, but now it's long range, so Sachender is now, well, because of he spotted, they are targeting Sachender. Well, Sachender lost his armor, losing their hull. This is not looking good for him. Although Armageddon's Edge is losing armor and balloon. Took a flag cannon, I think. Fancy lost their balloon.
They took a heavy flak hit there. That's one more of those is all it takes on a modular.
Yeah, so, well, this is looking good, actually. I mean,
it's a little tenuously poised. I think the Mobulars here had the right idea the first time, which was to close aggressively. They managed to make that a 50-50 engagement, and if they keep engaging the galleons at range like this, I think eventually one of the ships, probably Armageddon's Edge, given the damage it's taken so far, is going to have a flak hit it at some point, and that's just going to be the end for them.
Yeah, galleons have the power to quickly get the kill, but well, on long range it's quite hard to pull out. Fancy is now attacking Sachender. Armageddon's Edge is being left. Fancy is now being
they just bottomed out there, so they sort of, that worked out nicely for them. They bounced back up and their balloon was in reasonable shape, so...
Yes, indeed. So, whew. Sachender losing armor, but still a bit of... oh, never mind. Fancy is losing armor, well, lost their armor, losing their hull pretty fast, so... Oh my.
And Armageddon's Edge is popped again. Another couple of lumberjack shots hitting. Their armor is... it's in reasonable shape, but they're going to be knocked out of the fight again. And this is the problem, is now Armageddon's Edge is going to have a hard time getting those Artemises back into arc. Oh, and down goes the Fancy.
Indeed, Armageddon's Edge is now going with him, maybe. They managed to get the armor back, but Balloon is now popped out. They're losing armor again, and they're dead. Oof.
And that's 4-0 to the Riders here. This is now a very big ask for the Riderhood. They've got to get 5 kills in a row. They might manage to get 1 or 2 of them here, I think. Both galleons now not looking the most cheerful of ships ever.
Yeah, that's true. They can get 2 kills from them, but I don't think they'll get all of them, like 5, I mean.
I suspect that the galleons might try and make this next fight as brawly as they can, just because they want to do some perma-hull damage to the 2 Mobulars. If they can emerge from this 5-0, they'll be super happy, but if they can emerge from it with their opposition having taken a little bit of damage, I think that'll be enough for them.
Oh, I see. So Fancy charging in? They're trying the same tactic, I guess. But, well, Sachender and Duels of Fate is now taking apart Fancy. Armageddon's are just trying to back them up, but Fancy is losing armor, losing health. I mean, Balloon, they lost health as well, but still. armor.
That could have been far worse there, though. Their armor went down, and they only just got it up in time to stop a heavy flak hit from whacking them. So Fancy's hull side engineer just saved them about 30% of their, well, 40-50% of their permahull. Unfortunately, it has knocked them out of the fight.
Yep, indeed. Armageddon's Edge is now targeting Suchender, so Suchender is out of focusing on Fancy. Duels of Fate is going to support the Suchender, so Armageddon's Edge. Oh my, they are blocking the way, but still managed to get some hits on the Armageddon's Edge. Fancy is still
Well, they
going.
may just get out of the way by dying here, to be honest with you.
Oh my, Suchender is going down pretty fast. They're trying to survive. Oh, this is not looking good, and bam, they are dead. So Duels of Fate might go down here as well. If they...
I think Duels of Fate will almost certainly go down here unless they can kill Fancy. But I think what
Yeah.
they'll try and do is do as much damage as they can. Those right side guns are almost certainly being rebuilt as we speak, and they're going to do everything they can to get a Watcher and a Carronade into Fancy and maybe get some permahull damage.
Maybe I think they'll go after Armageddon. Not sure. Well, because they
No,
are
Possibly.
closer. Oh, never mind then.
Well, they won't be going after anything in their current condition.
Indeed, fireworks are very hard to maneuver.
That they are. Parking them is always a pain in the backside as well.
Oh, indeed.
So yes, that engagement going to Riderhood, but I suspect the riders won't be too displeased. Both mobilers have taken on the order of 30% of their permahull damaged, which means that some combination of a heavy flak shot and a few lumberjack hits will make this situation terminal.
Wow, Duels of Fate in Suchender is back in action. And either they will wait, because 10 minutes are remaining, or are they going in and try to get the last kill they need?
Oh, I think they'll try and position themselves somewhere where they have an advantage, but where they're obvious, so that their opposition have to close. Because they know that both Armageddon's Edge and Fancy's crew and pilots are aware of the situation. They know they have to fight here, and they have to fight quickly, which means that there's going to be a certain amount of incentive to move in. Yeah, Sukender is now taking some fire, but Armageddon's Edge may have overcommitted a little bit here. They've taken a fair chunk of fire from the...
That was loud.
The Duels of Fate. Yeah. I might mute my other computer.
Well, anyway, red team wins, which is 2000 team, so I think SCS is going for them. So this is it.
Yep, that was a nice little. It was basically a galleon ambush on the Armageddon's Edge there. Popped their balloon and then hit them with a decent amount of fire, and that was the end for it. So congratulations to the riders.